Yo, YouTube, and welcome to another build guide. This build guide is a build that I'm actually running currently on my master account. I have not been climbing too much recently, but this is kind of like a build that compensates for you being too squishy with Ghostblade and there being so many ADCs that can abuse you when you are too squishy. The meta has shifted quite a bit since I made my Ghostblade build guide, and I kind of wanted to give you guys an alternative. I still don't have a build where I can say, wow, this is just infinitely better than Ghostblade. I think in general, UDYR is in a rougher position right now than he has been even in previous patches. But let's get into the runes first. We have PTA Triumph, Legend, Haste, and Coup. Self-explanatory. Burst, heal, you get abilities because you don't get it from your first item, and Coup is just good to finish your targets. Celerity, water walking, over approach velocity, because we don't have any inherent movement speed with the setup. If you don't have movement speed with your setup as AD UDYR, you always go celerity and water walking. Why? If you can't get in range of targets consistently without burning your super stance on or your awaken on E, then you shouldn't have approach in the first place. Approach only works if you can get into range, which was the case when we went Ghost back in the days. And when we go Ghostblade, you can easily get into range. So we have water walking, celerity, double AD scaling health, normal max order, meaning Q into E into W, flash, and then the build order is Stride Breaker. Why Stride Breaker? Gives you a lot of stats, okay? Stride Breaker is a great item. Unfortunately, Stride Breaker is not strong enough on UDYR to actually cover all your damage. This is one thing that has happened with the mythic removal, which the mythic removal was something that I was really a fan of, because I thought mythic items actually kind of limited item choice too much. What happened is that AD UDYR doesn't fare well after the mythic removal. It seems like you have to build more and more AD items. So Stride Breaker as a singular AD item is not enough for you to actually do something. So the next item is gonna be Sundered Sky. Why Sundered Sky? I think AD UDYR in general, even so, you have two options in the shop basically. You can either go Trinity Force or Stride Breaker into a very high damage item like Eclipse, or you can go for something like a Ghostblade first item and make yourself very squishy, right? That's one option. Very squishy, very high damage. Second option is you go Stride Breaker or Trinity Force into a defensive item like Sterak's Gauge or DMP, or be it even a Black Cleaver if you're a freak, or Titanic Hydra is also somewhat defensively in the early game, meaning that like you sacrifice a lot of damage, quote unquote, to get tankier. But I feel like Sundered Sky is kind of in the middle of these two items. You get a bunch of health, a bunch of tankiness through your stats. You get an active that makes you crit per auto attack, which makes you deal more damage, and it heals you based on your missing HP and scaling with your base AD, which makes you like tankier while also offering you damage. It's a weird item. It's kind of like a healing Trinity Force, you could say. Then we had Mercs this game because we needed it. Then now they did change our beloved Lord Dominic's regards to be only 35% armor pen, which is the same as Mortal Reminder. It gives you the same crit and 10 less AD, but you get grievous wounds for this, which is in 90% of your cases better than getting 10 more AD. Most champions have some form of healing, so this is usually better than this now. So we went this for the armor penetration, and we went DD to be a little bit tanky. DD is actually a great item. It gives you a lot of AD. It got buffed this patch too, and makes it actually quite tanky with the heals and the damage. How can you say? It's not an... You don't negate the damage, you delay the damage, right? You delay the damage and get like a dot as true damage. And then the last item would have been probably more. At the moment, I don't really like to build AD UDYR HP based unless I'm doing something like the Gauntlet build. If you want to check that out, you can find it on the channel. It shouldn't be too long ago. But unless I go something like the Gauntlet build, I kind of just go for items that scale off AD, because like I don't really, even though I do have some HP, I don't really build that much HP. So defensive items that scale of 80 are actually preferable in my opinion. That's why you don't see me build Sterox Gauge that much anymore, or Titanic Hydra, or even another Blood... what is it? Blood Mail. You don't really see me build these items because they just scale off health, and I just don't... AD UDYR just doesn't like really fare that well with low AD items. You kind of want items that give you a lot of AD, a lot of damage. So without further ado, let's get into the gameplay. It's very spicy. You should stick around to the end. Okie dokie. Well, this build is actually kind of good here, I would say. The thing is, a build like this does less damage, obviously, than something like a Ghostblade setup, but like you compensate for being beefier. And I feel like right now there's just so much, like, maybe not in this game, there's so many ADCs in the meta, and being Ghostblade squishy sometimes just sucks. And when I made the guide, obviously the meta was pretty different than it is right now. So yeah, I don't really care. You can auto attack me if you want. If she would have been smart, she would have actually done something else here. That literally doesn't matter. I'm still gonna come out of the jungle full HP. She can Q and actually full kill this ward if she wants. That is a possibility. I'm gonna do the 3 auto attack here, just to be sure that we can actually do it. Okay. I had a feeling I pulled it out in auto attack too early. That sucks, but it is what it is. It's fine. I mean, our clear's gonna be a bit slower now, but that was more so because of how I played it. As you can see, like, the pet makes it almost impossible for you to die in the jungle. Even though UDYR is relatively squishy, the pet is always gonna, like, heal you up enough for you to be, like, alive. I feel like back in the days, jungling was so much harder. I mean, it just was, right? The pet trivialized a lot of your farming mechanics or knowledge you had before. Now it's important for me to, like, actually W2 this camp, just so I can come out of the jungle full HP, which doesn't even slow down your clear that much. I think I'm not gonna do Crux first here, because I'm already late. I'm already late for my clear, so I'm gonna take that luxury away from myself so I can be on the map a little bit earlier. And exist, we know that Belveth is gonna be bot side too, and she's probably gonna match my clear speed because I griefed. And this is like diamond, so I would even say we can look for a gank on bot side here. But since bot lane has it locked down, what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna walk topside, grab and contest her chickens. I hope my bot lane is not gonna die in the process of that. But I don't want him to die. Belveth is definitely bot side river right now looking for a play. Now I have double longsword. Her chicken spawn very soon. If she is smart, she just instantly goes B. At this point, no big deal. We're gonna take maybe a few auto attacks from her, but nothing too big. We win this. He just doesn't walk to me though. Okay. Gonna go contest her chickens. No, we got her flash. So that's why it's always good if you know that you can't contest the grab because you don't have priors or you're like just slow in general. It's always great to just back. Like, we had 2 items there, 2 longswords there. That's why we won this fight so easily. We're gonna look for something on top since our camps are still spawning. I would say generally speaking, we still have time. I'm gonna just check if he has this watered. Okay, he has this watered, that's fine, and we just go farm. Quite simple. BFF is probably on this right now, unless she skips top side and she went bot side. It's a good ward by Fiora. We should also ping that they don't have sums. Gonna smite this because I goofed my clear a little bit. When I build into a Tiamat item, I don't build Tiamat because it's 1.2k gold for not the greatest stats. What I'm thinking right now is that I'm doing my chickens and then walk to grubs. Because BFF might go bot side. But I could also contest dragon. Just... in theory, she has a better back than me right now, though. So maybe I shouldn't fight her right now and should just avoid it. But again, this is a lower elo type of game. Corki does not have TP and Zed is gonna be here, so I'm not gonna shoot for the stars and try to take all of them. He just used his shadow. Oh, they FF'd. Great. Great for my LP. Not so great for the YouTube video, guys. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Okie dokes. Second gameplay. So what do we have here? We have a Viego matchup. Viego, AD, UDYR, not great, honestly, since Viego can like snatch my soul and then take all my Q and my attack speed even into his normal form. Not that great. Aatrox versus Ornn. I guess Aatrox should just win that relatively freely. Our mid lane is a scaling matchup versus an assassin. I don't really know if LeBlanc can wave clear against Vega that well, so maybe we do have prior there. And then our bot lane is scaling and hyper carry. But they don't have a great setup for me. They do not have the best setup. Not bad. Get some cash money. Don't like that ward though. It's always the issue with Milio. Milio is a great champion for ranged champions, not so much for melee champions. For melee champions, he's quite mediocre. Reason being, he gives you some range, which some range is way more potent on champions that already have range, in my opinion. Then he gives you like a lot of shielding and CC cleanse, which is okay on melee champions. On ranged champions, it's a fucking godsend. But yeah. Melee is just not that great, and also the setup. He has a football, that's it. He can do messy cosplay. It's pushing that. Okie dokie. Seems to be some action on bot lane. It's not gonna be easy to gank bot. But again, if you play UDYR, they don't necessarily care about ganks in that sense. Like, I'm not pathing into bot side because I want to gank them as much as I path into bot side because this is the lane that's gonna win us the game, most likely. That makes any sense. So we know now that bot side is warded. Is a gank possible in theory? Sure. Just don't really think it is needed. Putting a ward, you have no idea where LeBlanc is. This is a risky crap, but I'm already in the river. So I'm just gonna try to get it real quick. I have smite. Seems like Viego is top side. I don't think I want to gank anything. Like, we just don't have setup. Even for mid lane, she could technically W out of his CC. So I'm gonna do like a little Mickey Mouse back here. I'm just gonna hope that I'm not gonna get punished on my chickens for this. Because he's topside and he didn't gank. Thank you, Vega. Bit overkill, but I still appreciate it. We have a little bit higher mobility now with our boots and our celerity water walking. This wave is actually kind of gankable right now. Gonna E. No Qs, that's fine. Got this flash. Should make his laning a little bit easier. Viego is bot side again. We could look for a top side invade after Crux, because we are actually not gonna have any knowledge of him being on our bot side, so I actually think that that's not a bad idea. He now warded this, which is kind of cringy, right? But it doesn't matter, he has the reaction time of a geezer. But so does my top laner. Again, not a singular Q. That sucks. If my Aatrox reacted to that, would have probably been a kill, just between stuns and auto attacks. I can't walk through here again. It's crazy. It's crazy how much range Viego has, by the way, as a champion. It's always like baffling to me how a champion that can instantly stack Conqueror has the range to like completely negate the Juggernaut in melee range. It is mind-boggling. We unfortunately just don't have the infrastructure to do anything right now. Our top laner is still level 5 somehow. Our mid laner is under the turret, so I would say we just trade the grubbies for the dragon. And the crab. Which I am gonna smite just to get it out of the way faster. I didn't tag the dragon because UDYR tick rate is actually abysmal. If you guys don't know what I mean by that, is there's like a tick rate on the server. That's very inconvenient. I mean, I have to trade the objectives, so... And UDYR just doesn't like... Very often people are gonna walk into your R and they're just not gonna take the damage. Which is pretty horrible. I'm gonna assume that LeBlanc is not gonna check this. And play for a cheeky chicken steal into full clear. She did check this. That makes me think that he's on my top side. Because why else would she check this, right? No, he isn't. What? She just did it out of intuition, I guess. I'm gonna do some aggressive movements here because Viego spot side. I might lose my bot side for that if Viego is smart enough to take my bot side. We should probably just walk here because he is solo. We probably shouldn't give him my jungle here. Even if they just show up, I think he's not gonna take everything. Ah, okay. I mean, I don't know. This guy's like playing a bit bizarre. I have to go B here. I have enough gold. Twitch should have walked into the jungle with him. Rip Vega. Vega's actually a good player. It just sucks that he's like he's a good, as in like he's aware of jungle movements, so he like actually moves on pings and shit like this, but Twitch just sold him here to stay bot lane, which is sad. Oh well. This is not warded. Actually, Viego's moving here, I think. Yeah, Emilio is griefing. Viego's here. I literally just pinged it out. And there he is. How can we fight this? By the way, you don't have anything to offer for a melee champion. My god. I think I should just path topside here because I don't like really have a play bot lane beyond taking dragon. All Milio can really do for me as a champion is just like give me a shield, which just does nothing. So I'm just gonna play for CS this game. Like again, this should never happen, right? Like if you play Milio, your entire kit is basically peel. And we knew that Viego's bot side. 20 seconds for this, 18 seconds for this. Killing mid then here is gonna be impossible. I don't even really want to try this and show on the map. I'm gonna try to get one at least. I'm gonna R2 these. I don't think they are like spaced enough anymore for me to use my Q2. You can try it on one of them. I might die here. I have to play for flash because nobody's moving. Okay, they are spaced enough still. Okay, sure. On place the Narnia. You see that this was spotted actually. Dragon coming up on 30. We have a significant CS lead on Viego right now. But Viego has a significant tilt lead on my bot lane. Because they're very angry that they got ganked as a Milio lane. If I would be a Milio main, I would love to get sitted, I'm not gonna lie. I would love it. You have so much fucking peel. It's amazing. This is gonna be a rough game and a half, is all I'm saying. This dragon again gone. We don't even have to try. There's like nothing to try there. We need to get a shutdown on somebody. Brew clearing. Like there's just no play on the map because we have bad champions. Bad champions in the sense of ganking. LeBlanc is uber strong here. I mean, I got hit by one ability and almost passed away. Bruises, by the way. Quote unquote bruiser. Allegedly a bruiser. Now this is a tough position to be in, guys. Like, this is a very, very tough position to be in. In theory, I want to invade, but Owen just walked river randomly for fun. Okay, he isn't. Fine. I can do something here. I don't know if I can kill Viego, so I'm just gonna play for the blue buff. gonna stand on this. On has ult, so if he has smite, that's just rep. This game might be GG, guys. I have no angle here to do anything. I have no lane to gank, no player to play off. Like, On is playing so safe after the early ganks that like there's no way an UDY can gank that. Especially not with my Aatrox doing like 2 Qs. Good. Please kill him. Perfect. Oh! I'm dead still. I have W. Let a jump. Oh my god, this demon. Let me actually take my Crux. That's good. We got something going there, but it's again. I don't know. I feel so bad for people playing this healer sometimes. Like, there's just so much random shit happening. Like, why is Emilio even here right now? Even though you could say that he technically could have saved my life there. You know what? Let's just give this. Ah, shit. This is an important fight. Cage. Nice. Okay, I won't go. I want to go back. I have so much gold. You should never sit on a map with that much gold to begin with, but... yeah. Do we get Mercs here real quick? Let's get Mercs real quick. It's a lot of gold invested into boots, but I think just because they have the LeBlanc. I want to get something here, but yeah, there's just so much random bits moving on the map that are like completely like unoptimized. Like Emilio being top lane right now, us losing bot lane turret. But hey, it is what it is. That's just the Elo. That's just the name of the game, basically. She's gonna try to kill our friends, so we're gonna help our friend. I don't know if we can. LeBlanc is actually walking mid lane. Yeah, there's a lot of randomness on the map, guys. Like, but in a game like this, especially when I see LeBlanc put herself in an aggressive position, I'm gonna look, because LeBlanc has 500 gold shutdown on her right now. Right, like, I am gonna look. Issue is they have an Omega team comp, we have a Mickey Mouse team comp. Like, just them having Tarek and us having Milio is sad. But doable. Come on, you have to make a mistake at some point, guys, alright? No, of course not. Of course not. Now I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to take this safely. Because they know that I'm here. Based on the ward. Dragon spawning, but again, I don't know what to do. We have no vision, nothing. Aatrox is dead, so. But what are my options? Not farm, join horrible infight. Yeah. I don't think so, guys. I don't know, like, in a game like this, it's just very hard to, like, carry as AD Udyr. I think Riot should really investigate into AD Udyr being more of a modern champion. It feels very horrible to play AD Udyr in a position where, like, you don't have 10 kills. Which is literally how old Udyr felt. It felt okay when you had 10 kills, felt horrible if you don't. I have to look for something in jungle. No, my Melio is not gonna move for this. I think I can just yoink this here. Yeah, he's mid lane. Tried. I tried. Now they're obviously gonna clash on our ADC, but honestly, I kind of don't want to die for our ADC. They're obviously all gonna clash here. I don't even really want to interrupt my CSing for ADC, but I mean, okay, he got out. That's good. This is gonna be a roughy one, guys. A roughy one. Our Vega is strong, which is pretty good. He has 2 items. Just looking for plays. This game is gonna be rough. Killing him. Gonna walk away from Kalisa into my Aatrox. Of course, I would have liked to get the kill, but it is what it is. Melius has ult, flash, exhaust. This guy has flash. So no matter what fight happens here, I can play for my backside. Sus. Always play for your backside, guys. He walks out. I don't know. We can try this. We should probably try this, actually. Like, guys, we have that ADC, and that is just so wild. I'm not gonna lie. Oh man, why are we not just listening? Why are we farming mid and Viego is still dead, by the way? Viego is still dead right now. Now he's moving out of base. It would take him like, I don't know, 8 seconds to get to the Nash pit. We are farming mid lane in a 3v5 3 Nash. Unlucky. Gotta look for another golden egg, guys. A golden egg play that we just got on Viego, where he just walks into us and dies. But that's like kind of how you play when you're behind. You're just farming, waiting for the enemy team to make oopsies. The issue is my Aatrox is always like in Lampukistan when I'm trying to pull for a play. Like this would have been a kill on, but my Aatrox is again like non-reactive. We need to kill him fast, yeah. Okay. Go. Aatrox, you have ult! You have ult and flash! Why do I have to tank the Viego fisting? Oh, no healing. I'm a failed AD Juggernaut, brother. Is he not gonna try? Hey, I take it. Rough. This team moves like molasses in winter, like my Kekauner brothers like to say. You know what? We're gonna go crazy here, guys. We're gonna go crazy. We're instantly gonna go for the big pen. Now, this pen item is 35% pen. This item is 35% pen. Just go this item, you get grievous wounds. I don't even know what is that good about this item anymore. You get 10 more 80, I guess. 10 more 80, no grievous wounds. I guess if you really, really don't, like, if nobody even buys potions, you can look for that. Oh man, the endless trolling of one player. Like, just farm your lane. Like, nobody is even in your lane right now. It's fine, guys. I can be the glue keeping this team together. Don't you worry, son. I don't understand why he never even, like, trades into him. This might be bad, though. We choked it. We're gonna lose Nash for that, but... Listen, bro. We get A play. We get A play. Atrox has TP. You should TP somewhere. Nice. Not bad. They're gonna get it, but... Diego's gonna be low too. Hit him. He has very, very low armor right now. Okay, we aced them. Take a mid lane. Take the blue. Somehow, somewhere we scaled for long enough, I guess, to exist this game. I'm just gonna do a CS check on the Viego here, instead of pushing with them. I mean, there's nothing to push anymore. They're all alive now. This is warded. If I just take a CS here, that's already like huge. Goof to play on the Viego, obviously, a little bit, but not diveable. Okay, that's LeBlanc too. We just go B here. Not even gonna try, even though, yes, I can one-shot her in theory. It doesn't really matter, because if somebody is in the area and she gets to Zonius and just stall for 2 seconds, I'm dead. I don't know why, like, tilted ADC players always feel the need to, like, take at least one camp to satisfy their ego. That is jungle diff, surely. Like, they at least have to take one camp per cycle to make sure that you know, despite that they are being muted and whatever, that they know it's jungle diff, right? They will let you know. Buddy, it's jungle diff. I'm strong, I wanna fight. Well, they're not even gonna try, actually, I guess. Now we play for Vega. I think Vega should have pushed more. What's Tarek bot side? Tarek walks in here, can one-shot him. I think he knows, though. Nice. He even got his ult. Huge. Humongous. If we pull this here, we can actually get it quite easily. What is bro do what is bro doing? Whatever, let's just flip it. I'm gonna use my Q next rotation. Didn't he flash? Didn't he flash when he... Didn't he flash when I chased him, or did I flash? I flashed, right? I must have. I mean, there's no way that it's up again. Might not be the best play to take the red buff here, but I'm gonna do it anyways and then reunite with team. Having like red buff on 5 people is just huge. It's like a mini dragon. Nice. But again, guys, I'm just saying Riot should still look into making AD UDYR just feel better to play. It just doesn't feel good. And like the numbers right now aren't looking too good for AD UDYR either. I am not gonna lie with you guys. The numbers for AD UDYR look like it's like what globally, like I saw 4K games, 51% win rate, so it's more of a niche playstyle that has a shitty win rate. But I still enjoy it, honestly. I still enjoy my AD UDYR ring. I would just like to play it more again, honestly. I would just like to mainly climb with AD UDYR. Even if it wouldn't be the best playstyle, I would still personally prefer if it's in a state where you can play it more than Phoenix if you're very good at it. And there's some outliers like Jendia Khan. I mean, Jendia Khan is just always gonna play full AD UDYR. It doesn't even matter, right? But you can't like really take a person like this and say, well, it works. Clearly, one guy globally makes it work, so that means it's okay. Not really. And I actually think most, at least old UDYR players, like AD UDYR more because it resembles UDYR more. It's heavy auto attacking, it's heavy stat checking. It's just like what AD UDYR used to be. We should look for Nash here. While Aatrox is splitting, I don't even know what I'm doing there. But yeah. The auto attacking is super fun. And just like the whole nature of how you have to play this playstyle. Way more reminiscent of something like old UDYR. I wanted to get my big Q off at least. We have Aatrox pushing, even if they just stand on it. We have Aatrox pushing. Well, we can start it, so it's just like we give them an opportunity to do something, you know. Okay, good, they ult in. Do it real quick. Always nice to have the instant penetration of an ADC item, right? How amazing would it be if there would be a bruiser item who would have similar properties, eh? Oh well, but I think most bruisers can actually stack Black Cleaver, so it's okay. It's an okay trade-off. Gonna give it to Veigar. Big or Aatrox. I mean, both of them didn't play well, but he stayed cool and scaled, so unlike my ADC. So damage is actually pretty good. We had 28,000 damage. Keep in mind, guys, this was a very hard AD Udyr game. They had a lot of utility. Ornn can cancel. This guy can use your entire kit and cancel you. She is ranged and can just kite you. She can kite you and cancel you, and he can like completely negate your entire gameplay with his R on anybody in his team. So keep that in mind. The stats are actually very good for that. We didn't die a single time. We had 28,000 damage. We had 44k damage to objectives. Despite us being behind, we had more objective damage than Viego, even though he had more access to objectives. We had a lot of damage healed, which is... I'm not gonna say this is because of Sundered Sky. Sundered Sky maybe healed me like for 2k, 2.4k or something. This is not Sundered Sky. This is more so hitting jungle camps. We have a lot of self-mitigated damage, actually. All things considered, it's comparable to a tank, despite us not having any tank stats. But I don't know if camp like minion damage goes into that, and then we had a lot of damage taken. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, give it a like. Subscribing would be much appreciated. See you guys on the next one. Peace. Join the Discord, by the way.